The Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. I'm going to be creating a new term, the Wipass touch. Everything you touch turns to shit. Everything you do, everything you touch, you might as well be wiping with that because it's just covered in shit. Both derived from wipe as well as, unfortunately, kind of whippy too, because this seems to be the touch that I have. Doesn't seem to matter any internal improvements that I seem to make, every single thing that I try, it's just not working. And so even though I feel like I've changed and improved a lot, I'm just not seeing any of it externally, which is feeling pretty shitty. Wipass touch. There we go. Song of the day is Dear God by Dax. Dax is a pretty good rapper. His subject matter is usually around either kind of self-belief and inspiration, religious thoughts, and also just kind of trying to get through angst and struggle. And I would say Dear God kind of captures all of those, except for maybe not a ton of internal belief expressed in this one. More just like a questioning of his faith. Common things that I feel like often takes people away from God, or just easy things that if you were brought up Christian or if you are Christian, you really kind of wonder about. In the song, he's still taking it from the stance of a believer, which I'm not, but I mean, you can kind of relate to this song regardless, whether you look at it from the perspective of a God or just kind of the universe and the world that we live in like this.
Dear God, do you hear me? I'm supposed to fear you, but you ain't said shit, so maybe it's you who actually fears me.
But this is one of Dax's best songs in my opinion. Got some tremendous lyrics with stellar delivery throughout it. And I do like these songs where it feels like just kind of a really well thought out, charismatic, genuine vent. And I totally recommend checking this song out. Then for the video of the day, I sent the Dr. Evil in group therapy monologue where he kind of gives a little bit of backstory on what his parents were like. This is so obscure and hilarious as he goes through this.
My father would womanize, he would drink, he would make outrageous claims like he invented the question mark.
I ended up recording myself doing this monologue recently and it turned out pretty well. I didn't really realize exactly how batshit crazy everything he says was until I revisited it yesterday.
In the spring we'd make meat helmets. When I was insolent, I was placed in a burlap bag and beaten with reeds. Pretty standard.
And this is just so funny. It does not matter if you have the context of who Dr. Evil is or not. It's just so ridiculous that it really works. And I feel like if people are trying to get information on your backstory or your origin, you should basically just go into this and it will be absolute gold. So this has been touched with the Midas touch, not the Wipass touch. And that is what we have for the Wiplish lesson. Peace out.